I think they haven't understood something. When we say the homeland or death, we shall overcome, it's not just a phrase, it has its full meaning. We are not afraid and we will never be afraid. We will continue our struggle. They have undoubtedly and surely scared numerous African heads of state.
Welcome to AfriPlus News Channel. Today's analysis takes us deep into the heart of Africa's rising resistance against imperialism and domination. Across the Sahel, the AES alliance of Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger has been setting a powerful example for the rest of the continent. But a recent revelation from Captain Ibrahim Traoré has raised new questions. Why can't ECOWAS countries stand as firmly as the AES against external pressure? And in an equally shocking twist, the Malian government has just announced the neutralization of more than 10 dozen terrorists in September 2025, a move that has once again drawn praise across Africa. This is a moment of reckoning for the continent, and it deserves our full attention. Before we dive in, remember to like, share, and subscribe to AfriPlus News Channel for more powerful and relevant updates like this one. When Captain Ibrahim Traoré recently revealed why ECOWAS countries cannot stand like the AES alliance to resist imperialists, he was not only addressing political realities, but exposing the weaknesses that have been allowed to fester across Africa. His words hit like a thunderbolt. Why are so many African leaders still bending to external control, while their counterparts in Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger are openly defying it? Is it fear of losing personal wealth, or is it the inability to put national sovereignty above personal interests? And more importantly, what does this mean for ordinary Africans who yearn for independence, pride, and dignity?
I think they haven't understood something. When we say the homeland or death, we shall overcome, it's not just a phrase, it has its full meaning. We are not afraid and we will never be afraid. We will continue our struggle. They have undoubtedly and surely scared numerous African heads of state. We ask them questions about why you don't do as we do, why you don't support us. Some tell us they are entangled, some tell us they cannot. Let us not be afraid tomorrow to go out and tell the people, we apologize. We have been compromised. We have ill-gotten gains. We have been constrained by many things, and we ask for forgiveness and return to the right path.
Could it be that the AES model is showing that liberation is possible, but the question is, do other leaders have the courage to follow? Traoré's revelation forces us to confront the uncomfortable truth about leadership in Africa today. While the AES leaders are standing on the front lines of sovereignty, too many others remain entangled in foreign interests, unable or unwilling to free themselves.
The colonizers. It's never lost on me, for example, in the United Kingdom, and I've never understood this. When we are approaching an election, the leading presidential candidates are invited to a place called Chatham, and they are debating. It happened with Kenya in the run-up to the elections in 2022. It happened in Nigeria. I hope it will not happen in the case of Ghana and in the case of Zimbabwe. But it is a statement. You young boys, you are going to engage in what in our mind is essentially the appointment of a school head prefect or head girl. We want to assess how you debate and how you will behave when you ultimately become the head boy and the head girl. They don't say it in such crude terms, but I believe that that is what it is all about.
This raises a thought-provoking question. Should Africans continue to tolerate leaders who work against the very dreams of independence? Or is it time to demand a new political class that reflects the people's will? If the AES can stand against imperialist pressure, what exactly is stopping ECOWAS countries from doing the same? In Mali, the government has just announced a stunning achievement, the neutralization of more than 10 dozen terrorists in September 2025. This is no small victory. It sends a strong message that sovereignty and security can be reclaimed when a nation decides to prioritize its people over external dictates. But it also brings us to a deeper question. Why is it that Mali is succeeding where others are still failing? Could it be that sovereignty and security are linked, and that only when Africa takes full control of its destiny can true peace be restored?
L'état-major général des armées informe.
The General Staff of the Armies informs the opinion that in the day of September 9th, 2026, the women have destroyed one base of the armed terrorist groups in the area of Musola, northern edge of the forest of the Bao, 35 kilometers south of Jamora. It is of Diamond region of Kweo. Several dozen terrorists were neutralized in this terrorist refuge strike by air patrol. The General Staff of the Armies reassured the population that the cleansing continued and that the hunt for TNT's group would continue to their entrenchment. The General Staff of the Armed Forces thanks the Malians for their constant and unwavering support to the brave farmers committed to the defense of sovereign integrity and the security of persons and property. During an offensive reconnaissance mission in the Kale region, more precisely in the Lambatra area, Tuesday, September 9, 2026, the women apprehended 4 suspicious individuals in possession of 17 cell phones. The investigations are in progress. The General Staff of the Armed Forces reminds the population of patriotism, and women will make every effort to track down and neutralize terrorists wherever they are.
This Malian victory is not only about counterterrorism, it represents a symbolic triumph for the Sahel and for Africa as a whole. For decades, the narrative has been that Africa cannot defend itself without outside help. Yet here we are in 2025, with African nations showing the world that self-reliance and strategic unity can achieve real results. Does this not shatter the myth of African dependence once and for all? And if so, what excuse will other nations have for continuing to rely on external military presence instead of building their own capacity? The pride that Africans feel when they look at Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger is undeniable. The AES has not only given the continent victories on the battlefield, but also victories of the spirit. They are rewriting what it means to be African in the 20th century. But this raises a sobering question. If the Sahel can rise, what stops other African regions from rising as well? Are the people willing, but their leaders too weak, or are the people themselves not yet united enough to push for change? Africa is at a turning point, and the AES alliance stands as proof that unity, courage, and sovereignty are not just slogans, but realities that can be achieved. Yet this very progress exposes the deep contradictions within the continent. Why are some nations rising proudly, while others remain trapped in the same cycle of dependence? Is it not time for Africans to demand the same standards of strength and integrity from all their leaders? And how long will the continent wait before recognizing that the future lies in unity rather than submission? As this analysis comes to a close, it is clear that what is happening in the Sahel today is not just a regional story. It is the story of Africa's rising. The AES alliance has proven that resistance is possible, sovereignty is achievable, and progress can be made when leaders choose to serve their people instead of foreign masters. The challenge now is whether the rest of Africa is ready to follow. Will ECOWAS continue to serve external interests, or will it one day embrace the courage of the Sahel? Viewers, this is where your voice matters. Do you believe that the AES is the model for Africa's liberation? Why do you think ECOWAS countries cannot stand in the same way? And most importantly, what should ordinary Africans do to ensure that their leaders place sovereignty above personal gain? Share your thoughts in the comment section respectfully. We want to hear your perspective because it is only in dialogue that a united Africa can be built. If you found this analysis powerful, support us by joining our channel membership or giving us a super thanks. Your support helps us continue bringing you deep, professional, and thought-provoking content like this. Disclaimer: AfriPlus News Channel provides analysis for informational and educational purposes only. The views expressed in this video are based on available reports, events, and public statements. We encourage respectful discussion in the comment section and remind viewers that this content strictly adheres to YouTube's community guidelines.